Come here, Vivian. Where I can see you. Come here.
All right, today we are taking the hop-on, hop-off tour in Savannah, Georgia. So we're going to check out all the things and learn all the things.
And the weather's actually really nice today. It's overcast, but it feels really good, so we're excited about that. Hi, Vivian.
While we were taking the hop-on, hop-off tour, we picked up the trolley at the information center, which is located in the city market. From there, we rode toward the river, and the weather started to sort of decline as we went along. We were really afraid that it was going to start to rain, but we were hoping for the best. The first stretch of the tour was already very informative, but we're going to walk back some of the way because it was kind of a long stretch. And we want to try to get some videos of some of the things that we've seen this far. Now the part that we're walking through right now is the Colonial District, and many homes in this section still look like the colonial style, and some of them even date back to the colonial period.
And then it started to rain. So since it was raining, obviously we didn't want to get back on and just keep getting off at different spots. So we stayed on for a little while and just listened to the tour guide. He told us all about the different stops. And we made some mental notes so that we could get back on after it stopped raining and go do those stops again.
One of my favorite sections of town that we observed and really didn't get to go out and walk until later was that they talked about a section of town that was primarily African American, that they were wealthier African Americans who had developed their own section of the community. Well, I guess there were different levels of socioeconomic strata involved there. And so there was the Second African Baptist Church. They also talked about how that in that section of town that Martin Luther King had spoken at the Second African Baptist Church there, and he would stay in that community when he came and visited for the Civil Rights Movement.
You always stay with friends of this here. You get out and walk these streets in the middle of the day.
So when we finally did get off, we stopped at Forsyth Park. So of course, Vivian absolutely loved Forsyth Park. Wow. It was really a nice place. It was this big open area. It had a really nice playground, and so of course we had to stop and let her play for a little while. She got some energy out.
And while they were doing that, I walked around and took some videography of the various historic houses that surround the park, which I think are just incredible and beautiful, and I was convinced that I was going to be able to use them in the video somewhere. So they're inserted in here, and you can try to take a look at some of them and see if you agree with me about capturing the beauty of Forsyth Park. Here's a travel tip. If you still want Leopold's ice cream, but you don't want to wait in a long line, there is a Leopold's ice cream over in Forsyth Park. It's a good thing that we had such a great fountain to take her to after the playground, because she loves playgrounds, but you gotta just get her distracted to the next thing to keep moving things along.
That way she doesn't pitch a fit.
Yeah, or we'll be stuck at the playground the rest of the day.
So after we did Forsyth Park, we got back on the trolley and we decided it was time to call it quits just for a little bit, which is one of the beauties of the hop-on, hop-off tour. So we got off back where we started and we ate lunch and we let Vivian kind of run around.
All right, that was a great tour.
Oh, that was so much fun. We love the hop-on, hop-off tours.
I learned so much.
Yeah, they're so easy to do with Vivian too. I really appreciate that.
So we're gonna go back to the hotel for just a moment so I can plug in my phone, and then we're going to B&D Burgers, which is a really popular burger spot here in Savannah, Georgia. It's so popular that they've even opened 2 locations, both of them in the historic district, and they both stay pretty busy. All right, we got some outdoor seating going on here.
What we got?
All right, this is the buffalo chicken dip with some chips, and it is like buffalo sauce with some cream cheese and then some shredded cheeses on top. And it's wonderful.
I got just a regular cheeseburger with some mushrooms and french fries.
Bacon cheeseburger with some french fries, and there was some leftover buffalo chicken dip, so I put it on the fries. What else I saw that I think you might want to try while you're here, it was on the favorite section of the menu, and I saw them bring it out to somebody else. The chicken sandwiches here look incredible, so if I were coming back, that would be something that I would definitely try.
We went back to our hotel and took a nap because we're those kinds of people.
After our nap, we went to the Prohibition Museum, and that was a really awesome thing to walk through. So we're going to the American Prohibition Museum. Our tour guide told us that it was the #1 museum in Georgia. When we heard that, we knew that we had to go. The American Prohibition Museum takes you back to a time of speakeasies, rum runners, bootleggers, and the roots of NASCAR. The forefront of the museum introduces you to men like Billy Sunday, a flaming evangelist who thundered against the evils of alcohol in our nation. As you wander through the museum, you learn a little bit more about the temperance movement and those who shaped the politics of the day against alcohol. As you continue the tour, wander into a smashed up tavern that's just been destroyed by Carrie Nation, a hatchet-wielding crusader of the temperance movement. Next, you'll learn a little bit more about the rum running and bootlegging all across the South, and the methods that people took to make alcohol available in spite of its illegality. Next, you'll learn a little bit more about the economic impact of the Prohibition around the nation and the crime and the culture which developed in speakeasies, jazz culture, all around the nation during this era. And finally, the connection to the roots of NASCAR. Tonight for dinner, we're going to Paula Dean's Lady & Sons restaurant. We don't know how long the wait's going to be, but I expect it to be pretty long because it is New Year's Eve. Okay, we could be wrong, but it doesn't look like there's a wait right now.
So we're here at Paula Dean's restaurant and we're taking the elevator to the 3rd floor to be seated. So here we go. There's 2 different options. You can do the Bobby, and that gets you 2 home-style dishes and 4 sides. Or you can do the Jamie, which is 3 dishes and 4 sides. So we're going to try the Bobby, and it's $21 a person. And we're going to try a couple of these dishes and 4 of the sides.
The cheesy butter garlic biscuits have arrived. Ooh, and they are cheesy, buttery, and garlicky.
Oh my goodness, look how thick it is. It's so good. It's definitely better than Red Lobster.
Alright, the food has arrived, and right here I got the broccoli casserole. And we have some macaroni and cheese, some green beans, fried chicken, hot roast, and collard greens. And we can have as many of the sides as we want.
Hi, this is Anthony and Elena.
If you've enjoyed this video, then we invite you to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification icon as you follow us for all of our adventures around Florida.